haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. And for those of you who have, thank you so much and God bless you. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the steps on how to become a carer in the UK. In my title, I know I must have written that there are 7 steps, but there are more than that. So please get your pen and paper and just follow me. There are lots of steps that you're going to have to follow to become a carer in the UK. So the first step that you need is that you have to prepare your documents. There are a lot of documents that you need. The first thing that you need to prepare is your driving license. You have to bring your driving license. If you have one from Nigeria, you can bring it. You can use it here, but you can only use it for a year. After a year, it's required that you should have written their theory test and done their practical test for you to get the UK driving license so that you can use it here. The reason for having your driving license is that maybe the agency that you apply to, that you want to work for, they have various locations. They might have one here and have another one there. You're going to have to use your car to get to different destinations, and if you don't have your driving license, you will see that you can't go. You're going to have to be taking transportation, and maybe the amount that you're paying, you're going to just be losing a lot of money. You see yourself that you're not gaining anything. That's why you have to have your driving license. The second thing that you need is your international passport, because you're not going anywhere without your international passport, and your passport has to be valid for at least 6 months. If it's not that, you can't use it. So if it's not valid for at least 6 months, you're going to have to renew it. Renew your international passport. If it does not have up to 6 months validity, you're going to have to renew it. The third thing that you need is your birth certificate, and the name on your birth certificate has to be the same name on your international passport. If it's not the same name, they are not going to use it. So for you, if maybe that the reason they are not the same is maybe you changed it due to marriage, you can just bring your marriage certificate as proof. That's the things you need. And also you can bring your school certificates and every other thing that your employer requires from you. That's the things that you need. That's the first step. The second step is the IELTS, or English proficiency. This is just to prove that you can speak English and that you can communicate with the patients. That's what you need your IELTS for. And the required band that you have to have is band 4. It depends on your agency. Some agencies want band 4, some agencies want band 4 and 4.5, some agencies want band 5. So it depends on the agency and the band that they require from you. That's the second step. The third step is taking some healthcare courses online. It's normally done online, but maybe in my subsequent videos I'm going to tell you about those. That's the third step. Fourth step is doing some volunteer work in a hospital. You can just go to any nearby hospital in your area, do some volunteer work, so that the agency will know that at least you have an idea of what you're coming to the care home to do. That's why you have to do some volunteer works in any hospital of your choice. The fifth step is preparing your CV. Preparing your CV, it has to be very detailed. So if you did the volunteer work, you're going to have to put the volunteer work that you did in the hospital, you're going to put it inside your CV. It has to be very detailed. And if you can't write a good CV, you can give it to someone to write it for you. It has to be very attractive. Your CV has to be very, very, very attractive. So that's the fifth step. The sixth step is job searching. You can search for jobs online, vacancies. You can search for vacancies in any hospitals, care home, agency. You can just search, but it has to be online, because that's basically where you're going to see any vacancies. That's for the sixth step, which is job searching. The seventh step is interviews, job interviews. If you applied with an agency, the agency is going to do an interview with you first before you go in and doing the interview with your employer. But if you did the interview, if you apply directly, that's you did it on your own without the help of an agency, you're going to have your interview with your employer immediately without having to go through any agency or anything. That's the seventh step. And the interview will either be through Zoom or WhatsApp, so that the agency or your employer will see your face. The eighth step is your employment check stage. In this stage, you're going to bring two references, because most agencies require 2 references. You're also going to bring your police clearance from Nigeria and the police clearance here, which is known as the DBS. That's all you need for this stage. The 9th stage is your sponsorship visa stage. It's going to show your contract with your employer, your annual salary and all that, and your COS also shows if your employer is going to be fully sponsoring you, and if they are, that means you're not going to have to show any proof of funds. But if they are not, you're going to have to show your proof of funds that you can be able to sponsor yourself when you come here before you start earning and all that. If they are sponsoring you, that means if you're coming and you come with your family, they are only going to sponsor your stay here, not your families. But your family do not need to bring any proof of fund. They don't need to show any proof of funds to the embassy. They don't need that, but they are going to have to pay for their own flights, their own accommodation, their own feeding and all that. But you're covered. The only thing covering your family is the proof of funds, which they don't have to show. That's the only thing covering them. That's for the COS and all that. The 10th stage is your visa. That is applying for your visa. You're going to apply for your visa. You're going to you're going to bring your TB test. You're going to bring every other thing. In my next video, I'm going to tell you every other thing that you're going to need for you to apply for the visa. That's the 10th step. The 11th step is now your flights and arrival. When you arrive in the UK, your employer is going to come and pick you. And if you come here, your employer will pick you. They're going to take you to your place of work. They'll show you where you're going to live for the first 1 month. I don't know how many months your employer are going to accommodate you for, but they're going to show you the place. You're going to stay there. And if you came with your family, that's why I advise you come alone, because if you come with your family, only you are going to have an accommodation. You're not going to see yourself paying for your family. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to tell them to go stay with a friend, or you're going to pay for a hotel. But it's advisable to come alone. Stand on your feet, have enough money, rent a house before bringing your family here with you. That's my own advice, but it's your choice. You can decide to bring them, you can decide to let them stay, but I'm just telling you what to do. So thank you guys. That's it all for this video. In my next video, I'm going to be telling you a lot of other things when you arrive, what the things you're going to do and all that. So thank you guys so much, and please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. It's your girl Lumen. Bye.